you lovely souls. Welcome to my pick a card reading here today. We are going to look into your person's thoughts and feelings when they first met you and versus now. So we got pile 1, 2, and 3. You'll use your intuition to pick which pile you were drawn to, and you'll find your message there. I have the links down below in the description. You can go jump in your pile. For pile 1, we got out trick-or-treating with this soap. Pile 2, we got the violet angel. And pile number 3, shallow grove. All right, I'll give you a little bit here, and then I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1, you picked out trick-or-treating. Okay, put that up here. All right, so what I'm going to do here is deal out their feelings for you when they first met you, and then what they thought of you, your thinking, so feelings and thinkings when they first met you. And then after we look at that, then we're going to go into how they're feeling and how they're thinking now. I went ahead and pre-shuffled all these cards, the tarot. So how they're feeling, or how they felt when they first met you, we have the moon, Ace of Pumpkins. For the Halloween season, I decided to use the Hocus Pocus deck. What they thought of you when they first met you was the Two of Pumpkins. Pumpkins represents the Pentacles. And Justice. The energy here, we got twin flames. So there's yin-yang balance, union, duality, coupling, and you complemented each other. The universe is letting you know that you are in a twin flame union. And then we got past life. You've shared many, many past lives with this person. And when they first met you, they recognized that. They recognized, when they first met you, since it's coming up here now, they recognized your spiritual connection. They may not have had a name of it. They might not know about twin flame soulmates. They at least knew that you guys are soulmates and that you had shared this inner knowing that you've shared past lives together. So for how they're feeling, let me get this so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so what I'm getting here with how they're feeling. Let me get my messages here. I feel they thought of you, their feelings of you when you first met is that they instantly knew that soul connection, instantly knew that knowing that you guys knew each other before. So that made them care about you very deeply, very quick, even if they did not express that to you at that time. But I do feel that they had some life lessons that they had not went through yet. So it caused them to be like a little bit distrustful of love and relationships. They're a lot of things worried. A lot of things set them off, triggered old past and hurts. They were in a relationship previously before yours where they were like lured into a false sense of security, and it really impacts how your person trusted people, and they struggled they struggle all the time with their feelings and being open and vulnerable in the past. The feelings were there. It was that instant connection, but they were struggling with it because of all these hurts. Trying to get my lighting right here. There we go. I see that, yeah, when they were first with you, they were almost obsessed with you. Not in a bad way. Just obsessed with being with you, being around you. It was like this obsession I'm seeing, of course, when you first meet someone and they're just so strongly attracted to you. I see them kind of like low-key, like stalking social media, gathering tabs on you, anything that they could, information they can get on you, because they were trying to explain and rationalize in their mind this connection, this pull they felt towards you. Even with these trust issues you had, I see that the feelings were there, and this relationship got off to a good start. Something that you look back to, and it just was like a really nice start, a really great start before, even though they were feeling these insecurities and fears, I see them doing a good job getting through them. They crop up from time to time, but they're doing a very, very good job getting through them. So now, how they thought of you when you first met. I feel like, all right, now I'm getting that. So their feelings were there, and there was that past hurt that I said didn't crop up. However, when they were using their logical mind and thinking of you, then that's when that came cropped up. They were trying to focus more on their life and not so much on this connection. They worked hard to do that. And there was just a lot of things going on in their life at the moment when you guys first came together, and it was a little overwhelming for them. A lot of stuff going on in their life, all of a sudden meeting you, feeling this connection, this deep pull, but then still having these scars from the past they're getting through. So they spent a lot of their time in their logical thought process in the past, just trying to not think about the relationship. They put a lot of themselves into their work to avoid thinking about it. Now, this isn't something that you may have felt at times, that, oh my God, they don't think about me enough. They are interested. And it's not that, because they had to work hard to not think about you. When they did find their time, when they weren't actively avoiding not to think about you so much, I think they just, because they were obsessed, I think that they just didn't want to come off as obsessed. They were worried that you were going to think they were obsessed and you're going to chase you away. So I see them really wanting to provide like a fairness in your relationship. They want it to be healthy. They wanted things to work out together in a nice, fair way where neither of you got hurt. Yeah, they wanted it to work. They wanted this relation to work in a nice, fair way in the past. So their thoughts and feelings, basically, in a nutshell, is they were instantly attracted to you, instantly, deeply, deeply had feelings for you right away, felt that spiritual connection, and it was like bordering on obsessed with you. But they spent most of their time trying not to think about that, not to let that obsession show through, while also lingering is this hurt from this past and fears. So they wanted this fairness so that it wouldn't happen, the past wouldn't repeat, what happened to them in the past and the relationships that they've been in and being hurt. They didn't want a repeat of that. So they wanted it to be fair for both of you. Pretty good energy here. Now let's go ahead and look into... Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. What they are feeling now. And I got the Ten of Swords. That's what they're feeling now. The Sun. I'll just do this so I can be seen. That's what they're feeling now. And they're thinking for thinking about this connection, I see the Wheel of Fortune and Justice. Even this out a little more there. And I'm getting stabbed in the back. There's been some heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. And then Celestial Channel, staying neutral, remaining optimistic. Okay, give me a minute to see what I'm getting here. Let me make these all a little better for you to see. So what I'm getting right now, I'm getting something happen in your connection, and there's some heartbreak and pain, and I'm getting that you're currently not together, that your relationship has ended, and this is going to have to do with the twin flame journey of coming together and running away. It's either ended or you're in a lack of communication. There's some kind of separation. You may have taken a break. But there's a very, it was something happened and there was so much hurt and pain and they just had to get away. They didn't even think about the consequences. They just needed to get away. You are either been betrayed or they were either betrayed. But somebody was betrayed here, and I'm seeing a lot of hurt and sadness. I'm seeing that your person wasn't thinking about the consequences of their actions. So I'm leaning towards, and this may be that some of my viewers are different. Some may have been betrayed. Some of them may have done the betrayal. But how I'm getting, for the majority of the viewers, is that your person did something to betray you. However, even though they did, it's because they weren't thinking about the consequences of their actions, and they're still feeling heartbreak and pain because of that. So even though that did happen, you know, you guys are that spiritual connection. You guys are twin flames. So even though they still have feelings for you, they feel deep happiness when they're with you. You were somebody that you lit up their day, and they really craved having that time with you. So they're feeling kind of a despondent right now that you guys are not together. They'd really like to fix this. when they were with you and when everything was going good, it just felt so right. Just loving, enjoying each other's company. Your energy just flowed so well together. I feel like you were kind of both caught up how good things are and that spiritual connection that you also may, with each other, took some things for granted. I think that they took for granted that you would always be there for them, no matter what they did and what happened. They, like I said, not thinking about the consequences. I think it also had to do a little bit with those fears they had about being hurt, just caused them to run and then caused them to kind of do something that, like a self-sabotage the relationship. How are they thinking about things right now? What their current thought process is? Well, they do want you back. They do want to fix things. They want to have some kind of justice here. Again, earlier we had justice also. They wanted it to be fair and work out things fair for you. So now I think they're, even after they self-sabotaged, they kind of want, they want to come back. They want to come back into your energy, and they want to make it right, make it fair, and just do something to make it right. That's all I'm getting over and over. I need to make this right. I need to do things right. I want to bring balance back in. I shook this relationship up, but I want to be back in. I need to be back with my person. I miss them so much. And I was just directly channeling some messages. I wasn't trying to, but that's what I was getting, that they're wanting you to know. Yeah. And what I'm also seeing here is we have that Wheel of Fortune. So they're wanting to, they see you as their lucky star. They felt really lucky to have found you. And they want that wheel to turn, because you are in a separation or ending, but they want to turn, they want it to turn. They want it to rotate into that positive direction. So they're thinking about right now is how to fix this, and how to change it back and get it more positive. How to bring about a new positive phase of your relationship. They know that it's kind of was what happened. It was a little bit of destiny, and some things were out of their control. But they are wanting to be with you. Okay. That's all I got for right now. If you felt like this resonated with you, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I do personal readings on Etsy. My information's down below in the description. Love and light to you. A pile two for those that resonated with the Violet Angel. All right, I'm going to put that up here to get it out of the way. I went ahead and pre-shuffled the cards here today so we can get down to this meat of this reading. So what I'm going to do is lay out the thoughts and then the feelings of when they first met you. And then after we're done discussing that, then I'm going to lay out their thoughts and feelings for you now. So for what they feel when they, or felt when they first met you, we got the High Priestess. Got my Hocus Pocus deck out for Halloween time. And then we got the Four of Lightning. How they thought of you is the Five of Lightning and the Three of Lightning. Then I also got Camera, Reminiscing, Keepsake, Perception, Learn from the Past, Making Memories, and Magical Alchemy, Curiosity, Ahead of Your Time, Innovative, Ingenuity. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I'm lisping. I developed a lisp. That could be also a sign that you or your person may have a trouble verbalizing and talking about things, having trouble getting it out. I'm getting a lot of air on the table here. An air sign, you or your person might be an air sign, either sun or major chart components, and that would be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So, how your person is feeling. What I'm getting, or how they, sorry, not feeling, felt, past tense. I get when they first met you, they were not sure. They were not sure about this relationship. They weren't sure exactly how they felt about you. Okay, I get it. The reason why they weren't sure about you, they found you as a bit of a mystery. There were aspects that they just couldn't pinpoint about you, about your personality. They just didn't understand. I see them being kind of closed, like they didn't share their feelings either. It may be in a certain circumstance that you both were not very open and expressive about your feelings. I see much more logical thinking here, and not so much more of just sharing in feelings. So they felt like there was a part of you that they needed to understand better. When they first met you, there was a big mystery. They didn't get part of you. Yeah, it was like a lot of time is spent in your relationship when you first came together, getting to know each other. So the feelings weren't, like there wasn't a whole lot of feelings. They were suppressed at the beginning. They found that really, like a struggle. So with their feelings wise, they really needed to take a lot of time just to themselves to reflect and recharge. It was difficult just exchanging those feelings. So it got off kind of like a rocky start. Seeing maybe at times they need to take a time out to reflect also, just to think about things. So, you know, there's so much, I'm in feelings here, but I'm getting so much, so much thoughts and thinking and logical, rational approaches. So the feeling part was a struggle. I think for both, that you and your partner didn't like to reveal too much at the beginning. So how they're thinking, or how they thought when you guys first met, was they really felt like they felt like they cared about you. But they thought about how they didn't care as much as they should. And I think it's not that they didn't have feelings. It was just this little disconnect, I think, at the beginning with sharing your guys' feelings. So where I'm getting that, it's not that they didn't feel like they didn't care about you as much as they should. It's that whole connection. They felt like you guys didn't share those emotions as much as you could. I do feel, though, that what they were thinking is that they want to fight, though. They thought that was like, I'm hearing that it was hard to win you over. They fought hard to win you over. And they felt like they fought hard to win you over and get your attention and your love. And they thought about this. And it was struggling, just because they felt like they had to Yeah, they had to work so hard at understanding you and to make that emotional connection. I'm also seeing that there was some hurts in the past, and that's also what made them close. Because I'm getting here that even though that they were struggling with that because they felt like you didn't express yourself, they didn't either. So it wasn't just you. You probably felt that block from them, so it just didn't make you want to open up as well. Okay, well, let's take a look at how they're feeling now. What they're thinking and feeling now. They feel is the Ace of Cups. Now I'm seeing some emotions here. And passion. Nine of Wands. How they think is Two of Swords. And Seven of Pentacles. And then we also got an engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. And then well-being with self-preservation, service to spirit, youthful experience. Okay. Okay. So what I'm getting here, what they're feeling right now. They want to commit to you. I'm just going to get that out right out there. We see the engagement ring over there. They do. They want to take this to the next level. They want to commit. However, they have a fear and they are scared of commitment. Their fear is things will change within your relationship and they'll lose you. Almost like the commitment would make them lose you. They want things to stay the same because of this fear. However, they're also thinking about getting past this fear and take it to the next level and providing you with a deeper commitment because they're also afraid that if they don't, they're going to lose you anyways. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword fear here. Yeah, there's just a double-edged sword on that one. But the good news is, even though they have the fear, the more powerful fear is losing you if they don't commit. Actually see them coming in and offering you this commitment, this engagement ring. For most of you, I feel like it will be engagement, but it could just be moving in together also. They do, which is a lot, it's better now for the feeling wise. Earlier, it was like a hard time connecting, but right now, they're, especially with this Cups energy. Cups energy is about feelings. And the Ace is about beginnings. So the love that they have for you is that first stage love. They're looking at you through rose-colored glasses. They're really happy. If you have been together for a while with your person, it's like they're revisiting the stage. And I think this thought about, the engagement is kind of making them a little, not the fear side, but the other side is making them a little giddy. So it's like they reemerged that love that they had for you at the, when they first loved you. If you've been together for a while. If not, if it's still fairly newer, then they're just getting to the stage for the first time. Just so much in their feelings, so much love. And this is calling, I am hearing that it is, for emotionally sake, going to just get deeper and deeper emotionally between you guys. So that's a very positive. That's a very positive. They will get through their fears of commitment and decide to take this love that they have for you and, tie the knot, get it locked down. I see them in their headspace a lot. Not as much as they were at the beginning, but they are, probably because they're thinking about doing this next step with you. But they are weighing the pros and cons. That's a lot what's going on in their mind right now. They're weighing the pros and cons in the relationship. They love, 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 love the relationship when you guys are in alignment. But they have a hard time when you guys are in conflict with each other. That's something they're going to have to work on, because every relationship has conflict. And it's how you get through that conflict together as a couple that shows how strong you are. They're just having trouble accepting it when you guys have conflict. They don't like that part. They don't like it. They don't want it. I see you both being very alike. You get a lot of personality traits are very, very similar. You operate a little bit differently, but you're very similar too. I see also them being in the thinking process that they should slow down and still take their time. There was a lot of this energy, in the past and even now. It's more of they don't want to be rushed. They want to do it on their timing. They don't want to be rushed. It is coming in, that engagement. However, I think right here with seeing this, it's probably going to take a little bit of time. They're not want to be rushed. They want to work through the way in the positives and negatives. They're trying to work through the sphere of commitment. So that's what they're feeling now. They feel like they want to, this new love reemerging, or it's just in the beginning stages, and they want to marry you. However, in short, there is this fear of commitment. So they're really trying to weigh the pros and cons to see if it's worth it, see if it's something that's going to last. They have some fears that it won't last. However, they also don't want to lose you. So they're just going to take their time. So this is coming. It just may not come really fast and right away. But it's still good news, because you guys are on the right path. It's just going to be a little bit of a turtle pace. So if you feel like this has resonated with you, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share. I also do personal readings on Etsy, and that is in the information down in my description if you are wanting one. Otherwise, love and light. Hey, pile 3. We got Shallow Grave. Okay. Let's see. You resonated with the Shallow Grave. So what I'm going to do is put out their feelings for you that they had when they first met you, and their thoughts that they had for you when they first met you. And then we'll discuss that, and then re-deal out their thoughts, or their feelings and thoughts of you now. Do a verses here, and I pre-shuffled and have them up all ready to go. So we got the Magician, 2 of Pumpkins, Queen of Lightning, Technical Difficulties, and the Hierophant. We have Butterfly, Relationship Evolving to the Next Phase, Healing Inner Child and Growth, and Archangel Michael, Heart of a Warrior, Divine Protection. Okay, so what I get for how they felt when they first met you is I see them being a little self-centered, actually. Yeah. They thought of themselves first and often. It was just kind of like a character flaw. You thought because that they like didn't have feelings for you, like they lacked in their feelings for you. It wasn't that. It was just they put themselves first. So it doesn't mean that they didn't love and care for you when they first met you, or have feelings. You felt like it did because they put themselves first. It was just they're good at putting themselves first. It was part of their personality. Um, but you did. They felt like, your relationship was natural. It had a natural flow to it when they first met you. They didn't have to try too hard to make the relationship happen. Things just naturally progressed in a natural order. And here's this, the relationship evolving to the next phase and growth. I think through this relationship, the soul contract that you guys have together, it's that putting themselves first was kind of like this immature energy, and through this relationship, they were learning how to put others before them. They never had to before, I'm hearing, put anybody else needs before them, so they just weren't used to it. They kind of went through life in an immature way. I feel like they're very overwhelmed with their emotions at first. So they did a lot of things to try to avoid feeling for you and falling for you. Yeah, they weren't really comfortable in that. They weren't comfortable of, being in a relationship where they're just going to care about other people's needs and stuff. So they were really struggling with it. I also get at the beginning that you both had a lot of things going on in your life. It was a struggle to find some time together, I'm hearing. And that kind of got a little overwhelming to them. They wanted more time for them. They were a little selfish, so they wanted you to kind of put off your work and your stuff and things that you had to do to spend time with them. They wanted you to make a little bit more sacrifices in the connection at the beginning. They really... They thought in the beginning that you were closed off to them. And that could be because, they felt like they couldn't show you how much they loved you because you wouldn't open up to them. But it could have just be that selfish, them first energy, which made it seem like you weren't. They weren't getting exactly everything they needed right there in that me first energy. I do see that it was something getting with you at first. They thought about you. They saw you as a very logical person too. Something new in their mind. A very logical, rational person. And when they saw you, they thought of commitment. Like you would be that perfect marriage partner, their ideal marriage partner. So yeah, they had that on their mind right at the beginning, thinking about that you would be the type of partner that they'd want to settle down with. There's also getting some traditions and traditional values they feel that you have. They really love that about you when they first met you. Just your values, your family values, your traditional family values. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at how they're feeling and thinking now. How they feel, I get a 7 of Swords and a 9 of Cups. What they think is an Ace of Swords and a 9 of Wands. And then I'm getting the Snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, and another woman. We may have a third-party situation now. If that resonates with you, it may just be a one-off. Cathedral of Light, stubborn attitudes, extending the olive branch and artistry. Okay. Oh, all right. I still see them, even though earlier I did say that they were very me first attitude, and that was one of the reasons that you guys were brought together to teach them to come out of it. They haven't learned that lesson yet. I see them being kind of very selfish and self-serving to be like in a fully emotional relationship with you. You do complement each other really well, and that's what they feel. But they're still trapped up in that selfish, self-serving energy to be a very to have a very good relationship, to be able to give part of themselves like that. I do see them feeling like they admire you and they respect your achievements in life. They think you're pretty amazing, or they feel like you are an amazing person and somebody that's really driven. However, they're wanting that more time. The same thing I got before. It's just kind of want you to sacrifice your work and personal life to make it more about them. That's what they're feeling, and that's what they're wanting and desiring. But they do want to work with you together, like towards shared goals. Yeah. So what they're so what they're feeling, it's just still being in that selfish energy, but they are desiring more time, you to spend more time with them. They feel like they need that from you. So what they think about you is they are very admiring of you, because they feel like you have it together, that you know what you want. But there is that frustration that they think about because they want it a little bit more about them. And they think that sometimes they are thinking that you overanalyze things a little bit too much. That there's always so much talking. And if you just get on with it, is what I'm hearing. I see you being someone that speaks your mind and clear about what you want. They think that about you. But there's a lot of talking in this relationship, like ideas and values that you're sharing and plans being made, but not as much action. But you really can't, while they're still in that selfish energy, they really got to get through that before there can be more action taken to a more healthier relationship. I also see them being a little scared of this commitment. Thinking about being scared of commitment. Although they saw you as somebody they want to commit to, the type of person, it scares them because they're scared of, getting in that commitment. Part of the reason that they're scared about getting in a commitment is they feel like if it changes, the dynamics between you change, they're going to lose something. There's something. They fear losing something. They don't get why you're not happy with how things are. If you're wanting something deeper and more committed, they don't get why you want that. I see that they've had some failed relationships in the past. And if they gave any of themselves now, they'll lose in the long run. I don't see it changing right now in the immediate future. They really need to get within and work on that inner work. They need, you know, to release these fears and doubts, and the need to just put themselves first and not, you know, give you that attention that you need and think about your needs and wants. Just stop being so, they need to really stop, get out of that energy being so selfish. It's not a horrible person. There's just a lot of immaturities right now that they need to grow and get through. I see that it can get to that. It's just going to be a lot of work to get there. They can grow. They can learn to put your needs more equal to theirs and get over this fear of commitment. But it will take a little work to get there. So that's how they're feeling right now. If you resonated with this, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do them for the time being on Etsy. My information is down below.